Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Now today I will be doing the Booktube Diversity Tag. This tag was created and I was tagged in by my lovely friend Rachael over at Rachel Marie Book Junkie. I think I got that right. And as I said, she created this tag and it really is such an amazing tag. I will be linking the original one in the description box. You should go check out her take. And I really hope that this tag spreads around because I think it's a great way to introduce our community to more members and more diverse members, and it really makes us able to go out and research those channels. I think it's a great research tool and we should all put the effort in and go search for that tag to broaden our horizons a little bit more. Now, the basic plot or the basic idea, concept behind this tag is that you shout out a booktuber within those categories, and you name at least one great thing about them. Now, you also have 2 free passes if you are currently not yet subscribed to a channel that fits within those categories. But of course, those free passes are also free passes for you to go and search for booktubers within that category. And I think, again, this tag is a great resource for that. So make sure to go out and look for this tag so you have an easy way of finding a diverse range of booktubers you might be interested in watching. Now, for the sake of that, I will be also quickly talking about my own identities. It's usually not something I talk about on my channel, but definitely something I am very open in my life. And as it is such a big part of my identity, there will of course be discussions, or I will be mentioning it, the representation in a book I came across based on those identities. And therefore I wanted to make you, my viewers, or people who stumble across my tag here, aware of my identities if that is something you are interested in. So I will get into the word suffer in a little bit. I have 2 chronic illnesses. One is chronic migraines. I suffered or have chronic migraines for, what was it? I was 14, I think, when I first started to get migraines, and chronic migraines especially. I'm currently migraine free for over a year now, so fingers crossed I haven't had an actual migraine attack in over a year, but I still have side symptoms I suffer from in regards of migraines, but I have not had a specific attack of migraines lately. However, I also have chronic fatigue syndrome, and my symptoms for that is, of course, constant exhaustion and fatigueness. I sort of constantly feel tired. All the symptoms for me are headaches, like usual headaches besides migraines. I have big issues with my stomach because of that, and joint pains and muscle pains. So those type of things. I usually say I have those illnesses, not that I suffer from it, because I think I'm at a place where right now, when it was severe chronic migraines, I was not really in that place, but at the moment I am in a place where it does not massively restrict my life. It does still in a lot of ways, but I can also live my life as freely, almost as freely as someone without a chronic illness. Therefore, I don't really want to say suffer, but it's something I have and something that has an impact on my life. On a more positive note, I also identify as bisexual, so that is my sexual identity. I also go by the term pansexual because I don't really care about genders in regards of sexual or romantic attraction. That's just basically it. But for simplicity, I go with bisexual. And also on a not so nice side, I have an anxiety disorder. Actually 2 anxiety disorder, but like you can put it in one, and I suffer from depression. So to lift the spirits, we will go and spread the positivity and get right into the prompts, but I wanted to let you know my identities first because it's not usually something I talk about. So you can come back and watch that video if you are unsure about that. So the first category is a booktuber that is a person of color. Now, I chose the channel Onyx Pages, Njeri, from the channel Onyx Pages, and I discovered her through various people mentioning her channel, especially in regards of her focus on Afrofuturism, which is a genre I would like to explore more and would like to educate myself more in. And her channel has been a great resource for that. I also really love the way she has this positive outlet in a way that is still very calm and relaxed, but just really feels natural and very powerful. The way she talks about things, her life, the books she reads, the things she creates. I think that's she has a very powerful way of expressing herself, which is one thing I appreciate a lot about her channel. I will also be linking for every channel I mention a video I particularly enjoy by them that either fits this tag or just shows you what I like a lot about their personalities. So for Njeri, I will be linking her recent, I think it's quite recent, video about her take on the Booktube diversity conversation. She has, again, very powerfully expressed her thoughts in that, as well as recommending some great and fantastic choices of books in that video, so definitely make sure to check that out. The second category is a booktuber who enjoys different genres or categories than you. And that for me is the channel Tom Infinity from Megan and Alessandra. Alessandra is, I believe, currently on a hiatus. So the channel is at the moment run by Megan. And they read a lot of fantasy and sci-fi, which is a genre I occasionally gravitate to, but not as much as they do, and therefore I'm not as well versed as they are within that genre. So it's always great for me to go there and have new recommendations from them. And what I love about them as well is that they are so open and nice and always supporting other creators, and they're just really creative minds. They have created various tags that are very creative, art related things, and it's just a very lovely creative conversation they have with the subscribers and friends, and I really love that about them. Now, the third category is a booktuber that is open about having a physical or invisible disability, being, for example, chronic pain. Now, I'm choosing my friend Nash for this category. She, I think, is also currently taking a little bit of a hiatus due to several reasons. I think she mentioned it on her social medias. It's not my place to express that, but she is open about having cerebral palsy, and it really doesn't stop her from being such a powerful force of just positivity and spreading kindness as well. She reads a great variety of very unique books. She's also from Puerto Rico, which is a great addition as well. And with her, I think it's just a friendship that I appreciate a lot. We've known each other for a bit now, and she's always been supportive, even if we don't talk regularly for a while. She is always there, and I know she's always there, and therefore I really want to shout her out. I will be linking her small Booktuber tag because I think it's a great way for getting to know her better. Also, for Tom Infinity, I will be linking their sci-fi recommendations. I don't think I mentioned that. So definitely go check out Nash's channel. You have quite some videos to watch to bridge the gap before she's deciding to make more videos, and you can always watch them twice or 3 times or how much you want. I think they're definitely worth watching, and you will be happy to have discovered her channel. So anything will be linked in the description box. Now, the fourth question is, who's a booktuber whose first language is not English? And for that booktuber, you might not think that her first language is not English, because she is so eloquent in English. And that's my wonderful friend Hélène over at Books by Lanes. Now, we've become really close friends over the years. I was planning to visit her, but life got in the way. But I will definitely be doing that and go visit her in Berlin, because I need to see her and I need to see Berlin again. But we've become very close friends, and I just appreciate her snark, her humor, and the fact that she's always there for me to support me and to cheer me on. And I hope she knows that the same goes for her, that I will always support her and always appreciate what she does on her channel. For Hélène, I will be linking actually a playlist, because she has this series on her channel called Black Writers Matter, where she is reviewing every book she reads by Black writer. And I think it's really important and gives you another great resource of having books from Black writers to go and seek out, so you have no excuse for not doing it. So yeah, I will be linking that playlist in the description. She also recently got into French fiction. She's reading it mostly in French, I think. So if you are interested in that, definitely also go to her channel. Also, like, for German book recommendations as well, as she lives in Berlin. Now, the question or category 5 is a booktuber who has a different personality to yours. Now, I'm very different to this person, but I think that's a great way of talking about them. And that's Dylan over at Dylan the Reader 5. I've been getting to know Dylan more as we are in the same group chat over on Twitter, and I have not known him previously, even though I think a lot of people know him on this community already, but I haven't. But now I got to know his content as well, and we are actually quite different people. We react to different things very differently. He is very much, how do I say it, upfront with his opinion about various aspects, and I am more the type of person who steps back and observes for a little bit. So yeah, we are very different in a lot of ways, but I think I also really appreciate his humor. That really comes across in his video quite well. Therefore, I will be linking one of his vlogs, because that's the type of video I enjoy most from him, because it really feels like I get to know him a little bit more, and I think that's something I would love to see even more on his channel. Therefore, I will be linking you to one of his vlogs in the description box, but I'm sure you have heard his name around in this community. Question 6 is a booktuber that comes from a different country than you. Now I chose Rashmika. I think it's Rashmika likes to read or likes books. Rashmika, she will be linked in the description box. I have no idea why I've not written it down. But she lives in South Africa, and she is very much incorporating that and incorporating the fiction from there into her channel in a very great and open way. And she's just very intelligent and has always something fascinating to say about literally any topic. Like she's so well versed and always finds something to talk about. Like under other people's videos in comments, she always has such interesting and well thought out comments, but also on her own channel. And for her, I will be linking the Read My Country tag, because it is quite fitting as she chose to do that, of course, about South Africa. And therefore I will be linking that in the description box as well. And I think she's a channel that really needs more subscribers, because she does a great job and has a great variety of things a lot of people would enjoy. Now, category 7 is a booktuber that is openly LGBTQ+ or has a different gender identity than you. This category is something that is probably very important to me personally at this very moment, so I chose two channels for that, and the first is Anna over at Anna Reads, who is surprised enough. I've been shouting her out a lot recently. Also, just a quick side note, I know I said to him earlier on Twitter that I will be not mentioning him in this category for reasons he knows and he wants himself. It's not like I'm not going to mention you, but I will be sneaky and mention him anyway, because he's basically my best friend. So if you also would like to have a booktuber that technically falls into that category, go check out my friend Matthew over at MCS Books. But that's besides the point. Anna over at Anna Reads, she identifies as lesbian among other things, and she is a channel that really incorporates that in such a great and helpful manner, especially because she really enjoys reading queer theory and I think queer historical fiction, and as well as classics, among a variety of other things, but it really is something that she is passionate about, and that's something I really appreciate about her, because I think she says that a lot, and I think that is something I agree strongly with. We sort of, or I might be speaking here from my country, I'm from Switzerland, by the way. Especially here in Switzerland, a lot of people still have a lot of prejudice, especially against lesbians. And she says she wants to make that word not a dirty word again. And I just want to go and like spread her videos, especially here in my region, simply because of that. And I think also because of that and many other reasons, you should go and subscribe to her, because I think so much of what she has to say is so important, and she does so in a such powerful way. And I mean, like, her vlogs are fantastic, her fashion style is also like iconic already, and there's a lot of things for you to enjoy. But I think especially in regards of that aspect of her, I think she has so much to say that might not be said by anyone else. You know what I want to say, so definitely go check her out. The other channel is Carve from Reading Solace, I think. They are a channel who are very open about different aspects of their identity as well. I chose them to represent gender fluid channels. I got that from their representation tag. So Carve, if anything changed with that, please let me know in the comments or in the group chat, because we got to know each other also in the same group chat as I got to know Dylan a little bit more. So if anything of that changed, please let me know. I will correct it in the description box. But their channel is really something that is quite unique within Booktube, for the simple reason that they put forth their opinion in a very nice fashion, yet it's very powerful still. They are open about discussions, and they're very advocate about their opinion, yet they also take the time and the effort to listen to your side and consider that. And they also have a way of making videos that is very unique and very different. Recently, Carve uploaded a walkthrough the arcs they got, and I was just like super into that idea, and they really do a lot to change the usual stereotypical formats here on Booktube, and I really appreciate the channel for that. So definitely check them out. For both these channels, I will be linking their representation tag in the description box for obvious reasons. Okay, next category is a booktuber that is open about having a mental illness. Now, this has been a little bit difficult for me, and I think Rachael also pointed that out in her tag, but I chose someone who I know is very open about that. I will not put forward their mental illness in any way. That's their right to say, but I know that Rhiannon, sorry, I always mix it up. Rhiannon over at Crescent Moon Reads is very advocate about her mental health. Therefore, I will be also, like, I could link a ton of videos by her in the description, but for the sake of keeping the description box a little bit shorter, I will be linking you to one of her recent videos where she combined consumerism on Booktube with mental health perspective she can talk about and bring to the conversation. And again, as I said, I could link a lot of videos by her in the description for the simple reason because I subscribe to her because of her discussions. Also, to be fair, she also she is a practicing witch, which is something, okay, sorry, be serious, no, which is something that I highly appreciate, and I'm very much interested on a personal level. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I haven't figured it out yet, and therefore I don't think it's my place to say anything more. But it's something that I'm personally a practice that I'm personally very interested in. So this is another reason I subscribe to her. But she is also someone who is trying to look at discussions from a very unique perspective, and is also open and willing to take in different side of discussions and really focusing on finding a solution, not just flipping out and screaming into the camera and be angry and not use that anger for something good. She really takes, if she's angry about something, and I think she has been angry about things, but she takes that anger and turns it into something positive and something worthwhile and something that actually can bring a solution. And that's something I really, really appreciate about her. Again, her recent video about Booktube consumerism and mental health will be linked in the description. Now, question 9 is a Booktuber that is 10 years older or younger than you. Now, we're not going to drop any ages, but I had to include her because she's another dear friend of mine, and that's Debbie over at the Book Ponderer. I wanted to include her as well because she is perfect for this tag, and she's also such a strong woman in general, and I think she would totally, I don't think she would agree with that because she's humble as well, but I think she's one of the strongest women I ever came across, ever, just by the fact of who she is and what she stands for and how she acts with other people and the creativity she puts forward. Like, her videos are so damn creative and they're so unique, and I don't know why she has not like thousands of subscribers, because she talks firstly about so many great books in so many different genres. She's open about trying everything. She has amazing discussions. She makes unique videos. Like, what the heck? Like, why are not more people subscribed to her? Anyway, and of course she's a wonderful friend and always willing to talk and listen and be active, and I really, really appreciate that. For the fact that she is such a strong woman, I will be linking her video on books that feature strong female characters in the description box. Now, the last category is a booktuber that is open about being neurodiverse. Sorry, I'm Swiss. No, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. That could be dyslexia, ADD, or autism, or anything along that line. Now, personally, I have to use my free pass for this one. I don't know exactly if I am subscribed to a booktuber that falls into that category, but for the sake of me also trying to find booktubers within that, I will be mentioning the two booktubers Rachael mentioned. They both have dyslexia, I think she mentioned, and that's the channel Jaded Reader and Layra Key Lewis. So I will be linking their channels in the description box. And if you know channels, or if you are a channel that falls into that category, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do that. Now on to the people I tag. Because I mentioned a lot of members of this book chat, and I know that the people in that book chat or Twitter chat are very much advocates for diversity, I thought it could not be more fitting to tag all the people in the big bookish cup of tea, I think is what we're named. So I will be linking their channels or blogs in the description box, and that's for the people I already mentioned: Rhiannon, Kav, Dylan. Have I mentioned someone else? No, I think those 3 people for sure. Then also Rocky from Blonde with a Book, Michaela from My Bookself, Samantha from Samantha Reading, Whitney from Witty Novels, Emma from Emma Books, Liz from Elise Books, Hazel, you can do it on your blog if you would like to, Nahid from Absolutely Reads, and Bonnie. I will be linking their channels in the description box. I will let you know on Twitter in the group chat, and I hope you do that tag, because I think it really is something for all those people. And I just saw it's 32 minutes, this tag. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I will also be tagging Cara over at Wild Book Garden and Frede over at Frede Reads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry it took so long, but it's an important topic, and I will see you soon in another video.